Sure, don't go. All right. So, just today, like you had said in the session, we're going to go over how to kind of like get a general game plan going, how to pick an option based on that game plan, general strategy based on like matchups and stages, and habit replacement, and then we're going to all kind of use that to look at this VOD.
Sure. Um, I remember when I wrote that, I had a few specific examples in mind for the habit replacement deal, but I have forgotten them. So hopefully they will come to me.
One
That
of
was
them
like the
is
most concrete thing that I remember writing down.
your
Yeah, it
double
is.
jumps are probably.
Yeah, the double jump thing is big. And then only doing one refresh on my ledge dashes, stuff like that.
Right, stuff that once you change it a little bit, or even add something new to the like repertoire, it helps a lot. Oh, it looks like Wisconsin is here. Howdy, y'all. Damn, they're fast. I guess it is a weekend.
Yeah, they do be coming.
All right. So I want to talk about, before we get into the VOD itself, I want to talk about a few of these things. So without looking at, this is going to sound weird, without looking at the specific opposing character, Fox is fast enough to where his game plan can be kind of just play around the opposing character. And what I mean by that is like, because your horizontal speed is so fast with the dashing, the short hop pressure, and Fox's vertical speed is so fast with his full hop and then his fast fall speed and drill being really threatening, he can pressure whatever the opponent is bad at. So like, for example, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, howdy y'all. Donkey Kong kind of has to commit to an up air to hit you out of drill. And it's not a bad hitbox by any means, but it's a commitment that most DK players would rather just sit on the ground and kind of try to catch you on either the shine being too slow, some kind of runaway, try to get that grab
usually.
Right. Because that's their higher reward option. So you can kind of work backwards, right? Like, and in this case, we're going to pick Donkey Kong specifically. Like, what moves does Donkey Kong want to hit you with that are really going to kill you? For Donkey Kong, grab, exactly. And then everything else kind of just like, for the most part, anything that leads into grab. So like, jab grab is a good staggered option. Down air.
Grab, yeah.
Weak back. Oh, okay. Back air grab is an anomaly.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of playing the like more fragile character, is that you are going to have to kind of build your game plan around minimizing these huge openings. Like if you get hit by F tilt, who cares, right? If Donkey Kong is using up air to hit you out of drill, okay, that's a problem, sure, but it's not as guaranteed as grab. So let me get rid of this now. So if we were to, let me actually go forward just a teeny amount. That way we can get into a neutral situation. Dang it. Okay. So, like for this situation, for instance, this is not threatening you because he can't grab you. And he can't back air into you with momentum to get that grab. So
Right. Yeah, all I can do is space a back air and run away.
Right. So actually what he does is this very good thing that characters that rely on grabs do a lot. They basically they dash and then turn back. I don't know what he was trying to do here. No, this was just out of dash. So like dashing to the right, dashing to the left. But this kind of thing is, he's picking an option that puts grab back on the table for him. So the kind of, as the match goes on, your goal will be to use the options that don't get you punished with the move that kills you. Because you are, like Fox is so fragile that grab is such a problem. So anything you can get hit by that doesn't lead to grab, A-okay. So for instance, out of shield bear here doesn't lead to grab because he doesn't have that like right momentum. He's doing it rising instead of falling.
Yeah.
So that's perfectly fine. You can pressure the back of his shield without worrying that way. And then after that, you also want to identify what moves you want to hit them with, right? So like, for example, how rewarding is your grab on DK? How rewarding is your up tilt or up smash, or edge guarding with back air? Like, what, if they were in 3 seconds of lag, what would you hit them with, basically? Like, all things equal.
Shine most of the time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess DK's traction is low.
Shine gives me whatever I want. And any of the above options.
Right.
Well, I guess if Shine's only good in that sense because you get one of the things. I would do basically anything but grab here.
Right. So in that way, your offense is very privileged in the sense that you don't have to, like the way that Donkey Kong has one extremely threatening option, Like if we get, he's thinking that Z button.
He's really thinking very hard about the Z button.
You got to think about it hard to hit Fox players sometimes. The Z button's important. It's the great equalizer. Hey, if you messed up your shine, hey, mashing A and shield. I'm guilty. But whereas Fox can kind of think about anti-grab options. So because your offense is so versatile, against some characters like this, you can just pick your offense from your options that you think are least likely to get grabbed and then work from there. So for example, this sounds obvious, but shine after aerials. That is your best anti-grab tool. Just positioning yourself differently. So for example, we'll talk about it a little more in depth, but this first stock, you don't move around left-right very much. You go up and down a lot, which is really scary against characters with these dash dance grabs. So you have the option of trying to overshoot his shield, right? And then he's obviously not facing the correct way for the grab. Or if he's assuming you're overshooting his shield, that means that he's just shielding in this direction sometimes. And that can be different openings. Part of this is also just kind of finding the holes in their out of shield, because that's another very common situation. So for example, Fox himself, right? Taking Shine of the Shield off the table, assuming you're spacing a little out of range. You have, grab, you have nair, and you have a little bit of back air. Well, if up throw, in the ditto, right? Let's say ditto at 0, getting back aired or nair to 0 is fine, but you don't want to get up thrown. So you end up pressuring the back of his shield a lot, and you do things that are safe to up throw. And that's not supposed to, it's not really a cop out, because it's still your game plan is to stay safe and avoid the moves that will kill you, the die moves that will kill you if you get hit by them. But that does require looking at the opponent, because Fox is such a well-rounded, do almost anything character. At least with his movement attributes.
Yeah.
So zooming out a little bit for kind of general strategy, I think the first thing, and this is informed by what their biggest starter on you is, how does the opponent want to hit you? So in this case, you already mentioned, we have falling back air. Sorry, that's not nearly big enough. We have falling back air. Or we have just raw grab. We have jab grab. So Donkey Kong is going to be moving in ways where he's challenging you horizontally. Because of that, those things are all horizontal. The back air, the grab, jab grab. And because his attributes horizontally are pretty close to yours. He can compete left-right with you. So he's not going to do the Fox thing of jumping up on top of you and coming down with dare. Because his attributes aren't suited for that. Unless it's just doing it to mess with you. Just to be different. But the same way that Marth or Donkey Kong will dash dance and fight you horizontally. Peach can float at certain heights. She wants burst movement, so she wants to stay in a very specific range where you have to worry about that burst movement. It's a little specialized, but if you can nail down what your opponent wants to do, then you can start building your strategy of, I'm staying safe by staying out of Sheik dash attack range. Or by staying inside of it even. if you're in the air, or let me rephrase this. You know how sometimes you want to be super close to Marth at high percent? Where like that way he gets the sour spots. It's the same kind of deal. It's dynamic and changes with both matchup and percent. For some characters with grab confirms on you, like Donkey Kong, for instance, it does not change. The grab does not change with percent. And the back air remains threatening, even at high percent because of the hitting off stage. But there are some characters, again, like Marth Sword, like Sheik, because of her burst movement and relatively poor dash dance, where staying closer than they want is still good for you because you can play that game. Like, you have a lot of control over the spacing between your two characters when you're the faster character. So then now that once you've kind of established, like, oh, where does my opponent want to be to threaten me with their good move? How do I make that threat less effective? So maybe there's a Sheik that's just really trying to bait out, to threaten that like burst movement. If you just back up and laser, they're going to have to move forward a little bit. And you have now just, like, you can't do that forever, of course, but you've disrupted what they want to do. You've convinced them, no, you have to do something different in order to remain threatening to me. Or, same deal with Sheik, right? If you drill her shield, she can't really threaten you that same way at low percent. Because if you just stay behind her, her net or shield's going to get her punished. So she's got to just commit to like pure defense at that point. Excuse me. Yeah. And then lastly, what part of the stage do you want to be on that best kind of gives you the best numbers on these risks and rewards, right? So like the reason why Marth on FD is scary is because up throw is always on the table versus Marth on Battlefield. You have plats that you can get to, both out of up throws and, just to escape to. You don't have to worry about the sword constantly. Same thing with DK, right? You have a top plat up here that if you want a breather for a minute or you just don't want to get grabbed, like that's the only thing you die to, you can go up there and just make them a little impatient. And these don't have to be like, it's more complicated than just go to top plat and DK loses, right. Of course. But it's another tool in your arsenal because if DK tries to go up here, he can't grab you. So he has to commit to something else. And if he's committing to something else, he stopped playing left-right. And especially like because Fox is so good at almost every angle of attack, drop-down drill is a threatening thing that DK still has to worry about, even when his up air hitting is good for him. All right, so that was kind of the game plan and strategy stuff.
Sure.
And we can talk more about it during the set review as well. But I wanted to hit on how to replace a habit as well. The way I see it, there's basically 3 things you need to do. Step 1 is here. Actually, this is the stupidest way of doing this. Step 1, because I'm still using my pen. Step 1, so we're identifying.
No way.
Her brain's huge.
I thought you were about to start typing.
No, this is easier. So we got to identify the habit and understand why it's bad or why we want to not do it all the time. The writing is too big. And make the writing small again, just nice and compact. And then we want to practice doing the new habit, or doing something else, or doing even if you just want to remove a habit, just doing something different there, right? So like with ledge dashes, refreshing 2 to 4 times is fine. It doesn't have to be just one thing to replace the habit with. Excuse me, a little more water. But yeah. So just to expound on this a little bit, identifying the habit you want to change. What is the habit? Oh, well, I only refresh ledge once. Why do you want to change it, and or why is it bad? Because it makes your ledge options very predictable, even if they're still very good on paper. Or as an example also from ledge. Ledge dash nair is an amazing, amazing move when it's invincible. But you might want to change it because you aren't quite to that point where you can get it 100% of the time invincible. And it's also just like if they know where you're going to be, that's that's a less effective way to get off ledge. Mixing those other options in, or they're going to let you cash in on those ledge dash nairs that are really, really good. So the what, the why, and then understand kind of what changing it will do. So this is, if you want to think of this as level 1, of like literally what is happening and why do I not want it to happen. You think of this as level 2 of, okay, what outcome do I want, right? So, for example, and maybe a little more concrete one, your double jump drills especially against Aurelie and characters like DK and Falcon, you want to not get dash dance grabbed at 3% 3 seconds into the game. It's a thing you want to avoid, rightfully so.
Yeah.
So the outcome will be being grabbed less, because that's clearly bad. And the way that you work backwards from there, right? So I want to get grabbed less. How do I get grabbed less? Then you have options. A, maybe instead of jumping, I run. I just dash dance more. Or I only short hop and don't full hop. Or, if I realize I've jumped, I air dodge to the plat. Or, this is where you have your different like options you want to try out. Or even cycle between. These can all be good options. They can all be bad options. You could want to pick one of them, pick all of them. The point is there's usually not going to be just one perfect option. And then I have goofed myself over slightly. This is step 3. Practice doing it. Especially in friendlies. Tournament practice is super... Why do they pick the longest way to say this? Wait, I'm stupid. Yeah!
There we go.
Okay, I like this. I'm bringing this back next time. New tool in my coaching repertoire.
Yeah, this is definitely a new tool in the arsenal.
It's much easier to read, I imagine. So practice it in friendlies. And like I said a second ago, it's not just that it doesn't have to just be number 1 or just be number 2. Even if you're trying to replace a habit, by simply, instead of only ever doing 1 refresh, you do 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 5. It's the important part is that you're practicing, not doing the old habit. Friendlies are the most useful for this. Tournament is where you obviously eventually want to use it. It's so hard to do this. 100% of the brain. If we could use all of it.
Yeah.
we could write with a mouse.
Yeah. Writing with a mouse is a 10% brain activity.
You know what's 100% brain activity? This.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, just literally doing it is kind of step 3. And that's hard. That takes, like if you have a timer, for instance, like let's say you're playing a friendly session for an hour or 2. One way that helps me and I think is effective is setting a literal timer. So like every 10 minutes it goes off and I go, oh yeah, I'm trying to mix up my ledge refreshes. You also it might be something that's easier to practice with a different character if it's a larger neutral habit than just a specific refresh. You do have to get a little creative here. Like between having to figure out the outcomes or the actions that you want to take to replace to get the better outcome, and then just finding what works for you that helps you practice it in friendlies or in literal training room practice. I'll write that down too. Like that's going to be really, really important. Because the rest of this stuff is pretty easy. You don't it's more thinking about oh, what am I doing? Is there a reason I don't want to do this? Why is it bad? And this is all kind of informed by the rest of it. And even this stuff to an extent. But for actually sitting down and doing the dang thing, that's something that you got to figure out what works for you. And that's not something that's in game. There's no oh, well, if I move my character in this way, Fox Bear is unbeatable and I don't have to practice this. It's like, no, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Unfortunately, P Plus patch is not out yet. That's not true. But hopefully by LTC, maybe the night before LTC, they can just drop that.
Yeah. Be 3.02 all over again.
I'm so mad that they dropped 3.0. I'm not mad that they dropped 3.0 at 3 a.m. That's fine. I'm mad that we had a regional in Texas and a Link player convinced not even the TOs, but the people who own the venue to run the new patch. It's been out for like 6 or 7 hours the morning of the regional. I was like, God damn it, Bill, why? Like I didn't mind that Mewtwo got nerfed, but like they changed how his teleport worked with the wall, and I was sad and I was sick and it was a bad time.
You should have like at least a week, but it was a different time.
Oh yeah, it was a very different time. It's also a very different place.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is basically the outline of what I think is the most effective way to implement a new habit. The tricky. Hold on. Here's the bonus. I can't move my writing, so I can't bonus actually. But the bonus is still being able to use old habits, but not as habits. So like, for example, with your ledge refreshes, once you start doing 2, 3, 4 refreshes, going back and doing one refresh occasionally is now a good thing to do because it's not the only thing you're doing. Even though that nothing about that single refresh has changed.
Right.
Okay. Did that all kind of make sense?
Yes, that did. That made perfect sense.
Phenomenal. I just want to make sure. And I'll probably keep this for later.
Yeah, keep that one.
Little,
that's a good one.
Keep that little
diagram.
Yeah, I guess whiteboard is the... Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, the notes app whiteboard. Ooh.
But it's not even... It's the notepad. Like, it's not even writing. It's just... Or typing. It's just writing down.
Yeah, you're just literally just...
What I learned in schooling boat is... Okay. So, let's very, very briefly just kind of refresh on the DK Fox matchup. And let me back up a little bit. That's such a squashed barrel.
Yeah, it do be compressing.
So, DK, the things he wants to do are... Oh boy, it's happening again. Grab. I'll use all caps, because that's a big thing. Grab and things into grab.
Nair is really big.
Yeah, once that knocks down too, once it tumbles, that's huge. And then just kind of left, right. Let me actually just use an arrow. Like, DK is not a vertical threat character in this matchup, near as much as he is a horizontal threat character. So, for Fox, is yellow turns up fine here. Wait, no, but there's a sunset right there. Shoot. Where is... Green will probably be fine. Yeah, green's fine. For Fox, to combat the grab, you have a lot of options. They're not perfect, but you have verticality. So, like, drilling onto his shield. He can't grab you doing that, right? Because you're in the air.
It depends.
Is shield grab punishable?
Drill is one of the most complicated moves to shield grab in the game because it comes out every 3 frames, and the frame data on landing is different depending on which of the 3 frames you get.
They have different landing hitbox. Oh, that sucks.
Yep. And then it's almost entirely random. And then if it's staled even one time, the last hit becomes shield grabbable.
That's really funny.
And also in PM, it's a frame more lenient to grab it also because it's not invincible.
Right, shine's not invuln.
Yeah.
And you still have to shine because spot dodge is only invuln frame 2. So if you get grabbed out of spot dodge, you got grabbed out of shine anyway. Like Shine wouldn't.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so
Yeah, drilling DK shield is awful.
Okay, so let's
you
use.
Have to be on the back of their shield for it to be good.
Gotcha. So let's use verticality in the sense of being able to use platforms.
Full hop spaced back air is pretty good.
Right, like platform movement and then spacing move. So full hop.
Yeah, you can definitely space a drill on DK shield.
Full hop spacing. Drill is a funny move. For Nair, you have different, like you have your own short hop offense, right? And then you also have shield, which is...
Yeah, shield and CC are really, really good against DK, except if they press the Z button.
That is not how you spell shield. For how much I use it, you would think I would know.
Yeah.
I'll say CC also. You have CC, you can meet him in the air, because if you meet him in the air, that's probably a big punish if you can get that up tilt, like the Nair plane or up tilt string started. And then for left right, you can also left right, like you're just as fast as DK is. More or less. Faster? Okay, great. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it because I know DK is fast.
Fast speed as Marth.
God, it's literally Marth. It's literally just heavy Marth. That's so sad.
At least you can kill him off one hit, unlike Marth. So there's a saving grace there.
He can also run at you though, which Marth doesn't really do.
Yeah.
So you can left right that same way as Marth. You can also, like, laser isn't the end all be all, but you do have a tool that if he's gonna commit to being at that height, you can try to push his buttons a little bit while getting some chip damage.
It's definitely good to shoot like 1 or 2 volleys.
Right. It's enough to remind them, like, hey, no, you got to do something. You got to at least pretend to grab me or something.
I'll do 5% to you again if you don't.
Yeah, that could add up in the end of the set. You could have taken 30% from lasers. You don't want that. You don't want to be that guy in PM, right? You don't want to be the guy that...
Two back airs.
But 2 risk-free back airs. There's no way you can get punished anyway.
True.
But yeah, so this is basically a kind of simplified rundown of the tools you have that are going to be good against the common DK options.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
I guess this is kind of included in the left-right, but running Shine is really good against DK.
Yeah, you have so many options if you can get to point blank that I kind of give up when it comes to left-right.
There's no point in writing all of them out.
I can't just expand this window, Jisp. I don't know if you know that. See, it looks like I've made it smaller because the barrel is teeny, but I have not.
Yeah.
And then
Fox's options are bursting out of the barrel.
And then for bear, you can also use the kind of like vertical. Oh, that's awful. Okay,
You did. It's. We can tell what it. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Now it's a weird
umbrella. Thinking on the fly.
Head empty. So you can use your vertical mobility to kind of get above or below it. CC and shield, again, like you said, CC and shield are really good against everything but grab. So it kind of becomes the same kind of thing as Nair, where it's like a different move with different applications, but it's the same answers. He can just do it a little more safely. So with this all in mind, let's go ahead and... I rolled over my headset wire again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the set. So the first thing here is BigDK is a maniac apparently.
Yeah, no, both him and Nobody Knows both do this. I should be ready for this.
It also it does catch what you're doing, but what you're doing also doesn't really threaten much here. So this little dash dance under the plat. I guess it would catch the Nair, but you can also just run forward CC this Nair anyway.
I was kind of expecting to play neutral for a minute.
My friend, their tag is BigDK and they picked a default Donkey Kong. Why would you expect to play neutral? I know nothing about this person aside from the first 30 frames of gameplay, and I understand them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like a big mistake or anything. It's just something that
It's not putting the DK player in the correct box.
Yeah. I think that's a good way of looking at it. You do get a little lucky because he misses the grab.
Yeah, but hit the dash back out of crouch, but not the correct spacing.
Yeah, I also think it's very... This is something to notice during the set, ideally if possible. He turned around here, which could mean several things. Like I mentioned earlier, pivot shield is bonkers good against spaces.
Yeah.
Especially if your shield grab is huge, like DK's. But also, he could have been trying to catch you dashing back again, right? So, as we see, he runs this way. This dash could be a timing thing. He could be using this...
The dash back out of the up tilt, you mean?
Right, so after your up tilt, you dash, and then you dash back in. So if he dashes back and then dashes back in, he has the correct timing to kind of meet you in the air or meet you with whatever he wants to meet you. That's a lot to say that we don't, obviously we don't know exactly what this was, but because they get clipped. Okay. So here, the stock is almost over, sadly. But
whoopsies.
I like that you should go back to center. Don't screw with it. Don't mess with it. So that was the first time this stock you really fought the left-right game.
Yeah, I feel that was the first time I felt like I got my movement going.
Yeah, you get a little caught up beforehand. So noticeable, you get you don't get running momentum on a lot of your movement here.
Yeah, I was definitely getting stuck in some stuff this first stock.
So you end up with a lot of short hop in place without momentum, even after this grab. Good job getting down, by the way. That's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get a lot of... maybe it's less than I thought, but yeah, a lot of your ability, the pressure is going to be, and defend yourself, is going to be that horizontal dash dance threat.
Yeah. When I'm dash dancing well, this matchup's a lot easier.
I also think that you're picking options that aren't particularly high reward here for the risk. So,
sure.
Not a ton, but these down tilts, this wave dash back down tilt, it's a very good bait, but it's not really going to kill him if it hits. Versus if you get grabbed, the risk is a lot higher. Oh my gosh, I never realized how big his hands were.
Yeah, they're enormous. They're the size of Fox's torso.
Just Fox is like a plushie to DK. Just grabs him by the torso, yeah. Just baseballs him. But this kind of down tilt, it's not really super high reward, but the risk,
yeah,
you're weighing all of the risks you take more or less against grab, right? So it's like the scales of Anubis. And Donkey Kong is there dressed up as Anubis being like, I'm going to grab you if you're wrong. What do you wager? It's down tilt to 60, perish.
Yeah, this down tilt's also just better to overshoot with. Doing it in place just isn't very good.
Yeah, because this is one of those situations where you weren't, this wave dash back, you're in control of your movement. But then here, it was after a spot dodge. So, you weren't really threatening, oh, how long will I run? How far will I wave dash? Etc. Still, though, you get down without too much issue. The next ones, I think, also would get me. You're really committed to this down tilt.
It's good.
You get reward for sure. I just think that...
You get 2 aerials off of it. That's not bad.
After getting grabbed for it, committing to 2 more in a row without moving is just a little wild.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
And then, you just rinse and repeat. You do the Fox thing where you do shine, lasers, etc.
Yeah, woo.
Congratulations, your character has a B button. Yeah. I wish Mewtwo had B buttons. I can't even pretend.
Yeah.
So this CC is really, really good here. For the same reasons that you were saying earlier, where when you know DK can't grab you, it's a much easier game. You can just sit here. And that down tilt is you know where he's going to be because he CC'd you. So I think this might actually just be an explicit punish. It looks like it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I knew he was gonna fall off the platform with an aerial there.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It's like when it's a situation where you're using it in conjunction with a tool to be tricky or to like mix something up. I think that those down tilts, especially, they are a good reward. But when it's not like your panic option, right? After a spot dodge or like after you've already missed one, you don't press it again. I don't think that's a really good.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Doing 2 in a row is not a good idea, especially against a character that kills me off one grab.
Yeah, Battlefield mitigates that somewhat, but it's not that much better of a position for you. I really like your run-in CC here. Howdy, punk. I think this run-in CC is really, really smart because what BigDK is doing here is trying to space this back air to be just the foot. So you running in, excuse me, you running in here means that, one, it's very likely to not even get the sweet spot, right? You're very likely to get some like knee hitbox.
Did I low profile this back air?
You did, because he did it rising.
Jeez. Okay. That's actually good to know that Crouch can low profile rising back air.
But running in, you almost would rather have gotten hit because that gives you the confirm on the CC, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get hit. That's why interesting.
So maybe just be ready, or just like run in, up smash while still holding down and ASDI down. That way you get hit into it.
I need to up smash like because this back air was like in my reactable zone for run up smash, and it just cleanly wins if you do it.
Yeah, if you're reading,
maybe not. Actually, maybe not.
I don't think it's reactable.
If you did like a slightly worse back air, I can just up smash it. But also, it's not going to send into tumble at 0, so actually, probably not a good idea.
But he can't hit you with an aerial at 12 that tumbles you.
Oh yeah, that's
so it's like the same problem that you're having with the up smash at 0. If he nares you, you just up smash him again, and that tumbles onto a plat or onto an up air. Like you can still build momentum off of that. I honestly think when grab is not on the table, I think Fox wins the scraps at low percent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like by a lot.
But either way, I think this is a good tool to use. But you kind of notice that you don't move after the CC doesn't like work out. The grab was a mistake, I know, but like you spot dodge and then you roll. You don't like commit to just running.
Sure.
And like there's a time for spot dodge and a time for.
I have a bad habit of spot dodging or rolling when like the situation doesn't go the way that I expected it to go.
It's like your go-to
Yeah, roll away usually because I'm trying not to get grabbed.
Right, and that's like it makes logical sense and it's a good option to avoid it, but it does become something that you want to kind of like work on if possible.
Yeah, when it's a habit, it's important to try to not do that.
So like that roll there is perfectly fine because it's invuln to grab faster than you otherwise would be able to get away from grab.
Yeah, after an up B, like it's basically all I can do, so it's not really something to change there.
Right, but when so much of your defense has to be predicated on like your dash dance, locking yourself out with rolls and like a lot of rolls and spot dodge is just scary. And this is a kind of a weird situation because you goofed the shine grab on accident. So like it's not the end of the world, but stuff like this adds up, especially in playing Fox.
Yeah, I took 80 for it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that happens. I should have done something else.
It still hurts. Ooh, that's interesting. That's the second time now.
I'm like, if I had nared, I just would have gotten CC grabbed instead.
Yeah, like you still have to drill there.
Yeah, you had like, you have to give up the direct drill punish sometimes to like do a mix up, and I'm good at doing that occasionally, but then sometimes I forget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when your moves are like almost conditional in ways because grabs are so important. And because drill specifically is a little whack. Okay, he got back.
It's like simultaneously like one of the best moves in the game and also just like non-functional.
catch. So this is a situation you definitely could have taken advantage of.
Yeah, what do I do instead? To my brain, this seems like a moment I would have CC shined or something.
You turned around and then tried to run away. Okay. You don't dash away quickly either, which hurts too. So like, if we back up, you kind of like land, turn around, and then dash.
Okay, yeah.
And that gives him this. It's a big opening, even if he only got 30. Ooh. I guess yeah, BigDK. I should have known. That's a. Again, what am I expecting? Not like it's a bad decision, but like it's a B button move.
A DK decision.
It's the decision of a man who names himself, who chooses to go by the moniker BigDK. Ooh, I like that grab. Also, good call on chasing the tech away. He's been doing that a few times in your down throws. And this time, even if you didn't get the punish, now that you've shown that you got it, he's gonna have to mix it up.
Yeah.
I like. So this seems like kind of boring, but I like that you're going to the top plat and just repositioning here, because that's not something that DK can contest without like significantly awful risk reward.
He cornered himself because I went to the top platform.
Yeah. I like the left-right timing bait on the grab here. This grab is so tempting, and he doesn't bite, but still doing that.
I love raw jump, dash away, empty hop. It's so good.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone always expects you to bear, especially after I did bear in that position earlier in the game.
Right,
and
so
then
you enforce that kind of expectation.
Yeah, generally when you do a raw bear there, you do it high, so it's shield grabbable if you don't get the drift right. So then you do the empty hop, and then they whiff, and you get them.
Yep. Because that's like the next level of trying to get out of the corner safely is, just full jump onto a plat like above Fox as they're going to pressure me. Because as good as your up air is to kind of like Shark, it's very precise. You can't just like toss that out there the same way that Marth or even like Ike can.
DK can. Yeah.
DK can toss that too, yeah. So like you're more likely to full hop nair or bear to catch that than you are to like up air, which is really important at some percent.
Yeah, you did.
I have to remind myself. They said I can ask people to call me anything in the world within reason, and I'm gonna choose to go by BigDK. Yeah. It's not that it's a bad move, but it's very much like
look at how perfectly spaced it is.
This is comedy. Go is still on screen. Go is on screen, and he's used aerial down B, and it's right in your face.
That move's crazy good.
I'm not trying to say it's bad, yeah, but it's a funny move. Okay. So yeah, Derek tumbles at 0. That's good to know. So that is kind of a significant combo breaker then. I need to get some more water. Okay. Zip. So there's the up throw. You get back. Oh no, that's such an unfortunate dash attack.
Yeah. Guess what move that was supposed to be?
Probably not dash attack. Nair?
It was definitely supposed to be Nair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The good old classic.
Ooh, nice. Yep. That probably isn't 100% true, but like he needs to double jump.
It's not 100% true at all. The tech chase is a 1 in 5, based on what direction you go in, and then all the techs, and then.
No, I meant the up smash. Yeah. I know the down throw isn't guaranteed. Like you don't do one option and cover 5.
Yeah, it was all. Every part of that was not true, but it worked out.
Okay, good. You hit both at the same time. That's extra damage.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's I mission accomplished.
Wait, hold on, Eon, you're in chat, right? Hold on, I have a genius idea. What if you hit somebody the same frame you hit the balloon? It does extra damage.
Yeah,
it's like an explosion. Like there's a bomb in the balloon.
That would be a good idea. I think we should implement that.
We'd get even the people that don't want to hit balloon would now have to hit balloon to be optimal. So everyone would win. Okay. Yeah, it's the Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is here.
Donkey Kong is here. That's a guaranteed confirm.
Oh yeah, I know. That's so guaranteed. And I like the idea of trying to catch him moving, but he gotta just again, I guess.
This was a not looking at him recovery for sure.
I don't know. Like I feel like there's some mind games here, but maybe not for a man who goes by BigDK.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that. Again, I know nothing about BigDK aside from this set.
Dan is a really smart player. It's just when he plays DK, he like turns his brain off. He plays Sheik in Melee. He's very good.
Gotcha. But in BigDK mode, he never stops charging this punch.
Yeah, yeah.
Nine. What's nine wind? What's no. Punch go boom. Okay. Yeah, that punch doesn't really change much for you, at least, which is nice. Like, you still explode anyway. That's really sad.
I never really care about punch that much.
Okay, so here...
Yeah, too much full hopping there.
Right. So, the basic, like, the concern is, oh, I'll get grabbed here. And you do jump out of it, but you jump out of it so narrowly that it becomes...
What on earth was I trying to do?
Up smash?
I don't know.
It had to be up smash, right? Because this is pretty early.
Like it has to be, right? But also, like, why would I jump? You don't have to do that when you're standing still or in this game.
I love this frame. Just you see him move. Gorilla arms. But yeah.
Literally zero clue what I was trying to do there.
Even if you when you want to get away from grabs like this, so like in general, when you whiff in front of the grappler as Fox, grappler being any character that can up throw you 30 times, I guess, but you want to try to avoid it horizontally before vertically if you can. Oh, damn. Okay. And to confirm, you got they got the walk. That was oh my gosh. That was so jank.
Yeah, I was proud of that one.
That back air was really, really good too. Going down under.
Yeah, yeah.
It avoids the jab grab issue because you fall so fast. Like Mewtwo, God, I've been playing against a Lucario player in that play recently. I've tried to shield drop so many command grabs, and it's just like I guess I'm airborne, but like, God damn it, it doesn't matter.
What can you even do at a shield drop that's like good?
Like Nair, fair, like good options, but like Mewtwo is too big. Is my point.
Do you use attack stick?
No. So I can't.
Yeah,
I can't hover
you
Nair.
can't shield drop Nair frame perfectly if you don't have attack.
Well, I can't do anything frame perfectly, so I just kind of I ignore that already.
Sure.
But the point being, because your character falls fast, you doing that shield drop to like reposition and punish is really, really good. Because that's a thing that's it's hard to remember to realize that some characters can and cannot do that. Okay, F throws the good one. It's a shame you couldn't get strong hit there because he got back to ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drifted out on the down air a little bit.
I literally drifted back on the drill and I still got grabbed.
Well, because you ran in.
Oh, because I dashed in, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get punished for this.
Got punished for the dash in, yeah. It's a little, the stream's slightly choppy, so stuff that happens in only a couple frames I can't really see.
Gotcha. Is this the gun?
That's Nair.
Oh, yeah, that makes way more sense. I thought that was laser for a second. Okay, back to neutral. Oh, that's right, the plat drop.
Yeah, I want to do a wave drop there.
Okay. Back to more of the same kind of deal. Push off. I think you could have probably covered the plat here because DK's up B takes so long to get to ledge. If you just go to the plat, he has to like use an aerial to get you off. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I wanted to do a RAR bear onto the platform, and if he DIs away, he he either dies or the edge guard's really easy. But yeah, just getting on the plat probably would have been better.
Yeah, because his... Oh, no. Okay, it's fine.
Nah, it's okay. He fucked up.
Because even if... He has to jump back onto this plat or he has to upbeat a ledge. Both of those are really, really bad options for him because you're at 0. So if you were closer, whether you were threatening specifically back air or like an up tilt or even just like shielding and like threatening a shield grab, F throw, like you can make that situation worse for him. Good angle also. That like you definitely could have tried to go to ledge and that's tricky to cover. Oh my god. BigDK.
Yeah, that's a big DK decision for
I think he's becoming my new favorite DK player. Just like this is how I wish I could play the game.
No thoughts, head empty.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no! Walk off. Okay, good DI there. The balloon distraction, a classic. But I want to talk about this first. So that's a very good punish from his part, but that is something you're going to have to be aware about when you're trying to, like in this situation, when someone has rolled to the side, they are a single hit from being pushed off, unless they shield the eye at least. But why would you? The reason you would is because if this was up air, this gets you an up air at 30 on a fast faller above a plat, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's easy to go for this back air or for an air for like the urgency of going as fast as possible. But in this situation, if you up air, they it's not a guaranteed hit, but they have to do some moderately difficult counterplay to like stay on the platform and then still have to do a good shield drop, which might not even directly punish the up air based on how fast they are. So you can make it more difficult for them. Like you can give them an extra layer to worry about and get a bigger punish on hit, right?
It's higher reward and it wins this situation more often. In general, it's just a better option.
Yeah, it's like I think it's an optimization you can make. And this is a rare situation, admittedly, but push-offs are hype because it makes moves pseudo-unblockable if they don't realize they're about to be pushed off. And up air being unblockable is really, really good because it's up air. Especially if you're getting it while landing, like, good lord.
I might have been on arc to edge cancel there, too. Would have been quite good.
I don't...
No, not quite.
Yeah, because he lands and then gets pushed off and up airs. I love these stills.
Yeah, they're great.
But yeah, then that's the tech trap. Because that's a reasonably wacky kind of situation with like landing and then being pushed off. Okay. Ooh, nice. Let's put some damage. Got the jump. Okay.
Yeah, I banked everything on second place there. It's not... It should have reacted. I went for a read.
You also tried to jump. If you had spot dodged or rolled, you would have gotten out of this. Maybe dash to the left, but it's hard to tell because, like, possible movement versus...
so fucking big. Oh, no.
I mean, they have to reach the ground. That's the rules, right? Like, they have to be big. Yeah. Just see... You can, like, barely see Fox is like, ah! But yeah, what you could do here...
I'm a throw.
You can just, like, wave shine him instead. And keep the risk down while keeping the reward just as high.
Trying to punish tech in place, even on characters that get knocked down by shine, running shine is better for punishing tech in place than going for a read.
Yeah, because against some characters, but especially DK, where getting grabbed is you're dead now. Like you're betting your entire stock sometimes. You know, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect him to not jump up this plat and do some side B or something.
You let me play a second of neutral this time.
Good job mitigating the punish on this plat, also. Because it's one of those situations where like he's not going to easily be able to grab you here. So just waiting out the up air.
Yeah, there gets knocked down.
What's that?
I'm not sure if I would have stayed out of tumble if I did anything but DI up.
I don't know. It's close. It's scary. Either way, you've kind of like reset. And now you're back to playing neutral instead of being, up thrown at 10. How did y'all not hit each other there? That is bonkers. On this first up tilt.
Jeez. Up tilt hitbox is so crazy, I would just assume it would hit.
Is this
there.
Knuckles? What? Look at this hurtbox retraction on up tilt. This is ridiculous. I can't keep doing this.
Oh yeah. Wow, Fox's head.
It also just barely misses his foot on the way.
What a fucking crazy game.
And then the active frames are over for both of you by the DK's face. On the monitor, too.
Look at DK's face.
God, I love this game. But yeah, regardless, that's just a funny interaction. Yeah, so going vertically here is fine. It's perfectly fine. Because you can double jump and then go to the plat where you can't be grabbed. And the up air is fine here. Like, even if you get clipped by up air, you don't guarantee die. Like, by comparison, at least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the run-in CC as well. It might be worth doing run-in CC into pressure rather than down tilt sometimes.
Yeah, I recently I've been doing more CC shine against DK than down tilt.
And you also know he has to be back turned. So even if you wanted to get pressure, like let's say if you are concerned that CC shine wouldn't reach, you could just CC run in drill or like CC run in shine because he's back turned. He can't immediately grab you easily.
Yeah.
What else have you been trying to do? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just CC shine has been big for me against DK recently. That's all. Because I don't know. Before I was mostly sticking to down tilt because sometimes DK's moves like outspace shine, but also most DKs drift full in when they're attacking you anyway.
And this man's name is BigDK.
Yeah.
That is a non-zero part of your. You gotta take that into account. His in-game tag is DK, JSP.
Yeah, that's part of putting people in boxes.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating it, but yeah.
Yeah, if their tag's gonna suggest it to you, who are you to reject that suggestion?
If you play someone who goes by the tag Falco Master 3000 in Melee, you expect double laser from ledge. It's simply the way.
So yeah, you're right about that.
If you play someone who picks Red Marth and really likes going for fair at ledge, you get rid of the DI that out.
Yeah.
All right, but let's back up a little bit again. I like that you're going to this plat. Like, you are in no rush to get back on the ground where you can get grabbed and get killed. You can do that on your time. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. That jump is, like, it's not even like a big DK necessarily kind of thing, but like the ledge hop up air is such a threatening thing there that you have to respect it. Additionally, DK's tournament winner is not bad. So even tournament winner up air, tournament winner nair is also a threat there. You don't really want to occupy that space.
Yeah, doing this full hop back, I do this full hop back air in a lot of matchups, and I feel like it's only good against people who don't do, like, who aren't willing to time that ledge hop option.
Right.
And there's also better, easier things and safer things I can be doing.
Right. You have a whole platform right here. So if you're here, you can't get ledge dash grabbed. Ledge dash, he has to like ledge dash up air or like, do something else into an up air that's much, much slower than just ledge hop. And you have access for drop down bear, drop down drill if they're trying to run through you. DK is still cornered, especially if you want to move a little bit more to the left, like center platform. DK is still cornered. Like, it's scary for DK to try to run under you here because he's at oof percent when he gets shined. So you don't have to take this kind of like... I like to think I get my point across in unique ways.
Yeah, Roblox percent.
Ooh. Yeah. But you don't have to like take that risk on that back air where there's a world where you get like counter hit like this and you take damage. See? Like it's even this situation where he's not even going off ledge, like he's kind of like, it's scary for him to have to run under you like that. I love that idea of the shine short hop or shine pressure here.
Yeah.
What that does tell you though is that he was queuing up a shield drop aerial, which means actually I wasn't quite queuing it up necessarily, but up air might have also been.
I think queuing it up is a good term. He was like very ready to do this, and I think he would have done it no matter what I did to his shield.
Mm-hmm. That's another application of up air you can use. That second hit isn't like a ton, but it can help. And drill also. Like I know drill on shield is not the best thing in the world, but
if I were to do this again, I would drill here.
Gotcha. Especially like drill doesn't have a ton of horizontal pushback, but like if he's holding to one side for shield drop, you can either cross him up because he's going to be shield DIing to the right a little bit, or he's going to have to worry about falling off the platform, which then makes drill connect, and then that puts him in a weird spot.
Yeah, they can counter hit me off of the drill connecting with slide off, but that's incredibly frame perfect, and you would need to be ready to do it in a different sense of like queuing the shield drop aerial. So
right.
In general, it's hard to get punished for doing a drill here.
Yeah, and if it's something that difficult, I have the opinion of kind of like, don't worry too much about it until someone proves that it's feasible, or at least possible. That they're gonna try it against you. Because you don't have enough RAM for that sometimes.
Well, it's a weird mentality you get stuck into because it's like, oh, I should just never do anything unsafe, but you can't do that.
Yeah, even Fox, who's arguably one of the closest to that ideal.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work. Ooh, I love it. I love to see it. There's nothing he can do here.
Very good.
And last time you back aired and it reversed it, and that kind of lost you some momentum. So that drill is a really, really good improvement. Oh no! Yo, the slide off though?
You see that slide off?
Yeah, hell yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have been so scared. That was just a 19% punish. I thought this character was good. And then in this case, you do a single refresh, but like you do get back on stage. We've talked about. Ooh, okay, hold on, BigDK. That was a nice little wave land.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think if I picked any other aerial, he would have gotten hit by it.
I think tournament winner double jump here is a really good way to just kind of force your way above his threat zone, right? So like, for him to cover this, he truly needs to just commit to like full hop double jumping all the way up here and covering nothing else and risking being sharked if you just ledge dash. So I think this is a really good, like, this is a very solid solution to kind of like, how do I get around back air off ledge? If you just go above it. Oh, the shine didn't reach.
No, I should have done late drill here instead of doing rising drill. Or I should have drill grabs. There's like, this is very clearly a mistake.
Gotcha.
Well, I did it on purpose. It was a bad drill.
Gotcha. It was a decision, a wrong decision.
Yeah.
And I think you also probably could have DI'd to the left on that up air. Would have been a little better. Because this sets up the fair to kill you. Or at least come much closer.
True.
And at some point, if you're going to get hit by up air fair anyway, like he's not getting an extra one if you DI on stage. Not getting extra up air because you're too high percent.
Right. That's actually very important to to point out. Thank you.
It's like the same reason, like when Fox is up airing you on Battlefield, just DI off stage. It's not worth it. I don't care what character you're playing. I don't care if you have the worst recovery in the game. You don't want to get up aired 5 times in a row and end up on Twitter. It's not worth it.
We got somebody posting Enyes in your chat.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that. Okay. Howdy. So on this tech chase, what are you trying to cover with this full hop? So let me play the situation here.
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I think I might have been trying to. Yeah, I was trying to punish get up attack. But I was at 0, so I should have crouched.
Yeah, you have shield, you have crouch, and also get up attacks aren't like, some of them are really, really good to the point where it's not worth trying to like thread the needle. I don't think. Like thread the needle of like jumping over one, but landing fast enough to still get whatever punish you wanted. Especially because this is like Shine Up Smash. This is getting to the point where Shine Up Smash is like looking to be a kill soon. If it is, I don't think it is quite yet.
Yeah, no, it kills like around like 115. Gotcha. Maybe 120.
Oh, that was super lucky. With the push off on the get up attack.
Yep.
Holy, that SDI though.
He didn't SDI up on Shine. This Shine is bad. I should not be doing it.
Oh, that's without SDI?
Yeah, if he SDIs up, he gains height.
Okay.
Shine is it's a move.
For years, I thought the Fox players were babies. As it turns out, y'all are kind of baby. No, I'm just messing. But yeah, it's I didn't understand as much about the characters I thought I did.
Yeah, gimping people at below 50 is it's really only possible against like 5 characters.
Gotcha.
Or the person has to mess up their SDI.
So this run up down tilt, I think this is like you mentioned, like it's an overshooting down tilt. This still seems like really. I guess this is the first time you're getting DK to show the running shield option, which is important.
Yeah.
But
So the thing with the down tilt is that it loses to shield, but it beats dash back.
That is important, yeah. And you also don't nair into a dash back grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, so BigDK is just kind of like, he's willing to use that shield in that situation now. Good job going off stage a little bit to meet him off stage for that back air. No!
Yeah, this is incredibly bad.
At least he dropped too low, but it turned out okay. You did the hard part already. Just press shield.
Well, then it made me do this auto cancel back air is about as low as you can go, where it still works. So I had to do another hard thing to get the stock.
Oh, good shorten. I like this down throw, and then you take center. So like if he rolls to the right, great. If not, you still have center. Okay, that's actually worth noting. So once you approach this percent, the platforms become a little less safe because Nair will hit them as well. And then that'll, especially if that sends you off stage, that's still really good reward. This is a really good punish. But I love that you know how to punish this. That tells me so much about BigDK as a human being, and I love it.
There are 2 DKs in my region. At its height, there have been like 3 or 4. So I learned how to do that.
But specifically punishing grounded down B is just what kills me.
Yeah.
Okay, he was mashing.
If I play Nog, I'm ready.
Oh god. I remember getting so annoyed. I was watching Nog play, is it Silver? Some Spacey player. Some Falx or Falco. And he was tech chasing with down B, but it's like, wait, but down B just goes to grab. Just grab them. You have like 3 chain grab. No! I think he had a lead, so it was fine. It wasn't like nail biter, but just like, I don't
in 3.6 on Fox's tech rolls, there were actually positions where it covered every tech.
Oh, I believe that. I 100% believe that. It's a huge move. It's one of those moves that like
very big, yeah.
Now that like in Brawl it was whatever, but now that meteors are really good in the melee engine again, it's like wait, Wait, hold on.
So I also respect the shit out of BigDK for picking banana stage.
God damn
This
it. You're
is
right.
counterpick. The beautiful Wisconsin weather in the background. Really my favorite stage.
Is it called Banana Temple?
No, it's called Golden Temple, but
That's
it's only
so much
legal.
better.
While it was legal, it was. Well, I mean, we call it Banana. We call it Banana Land. There's a lot of names for it.
I imagine it's a stage that is a shrine to bananas.
Yeah. So that's why I respect Big DK for picking it.
This is the greatest method actor known to man.
Yeah.
DKW is 6 Falco Shrines. Ivan, I agree with you. I don't quite know what you mean, but I agree with the sentiment.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you're playing like the real version of this stage, not the alt. Oh wow, this
is legal in Wisconsin. Was legal in Wisconsin before we found the hole.
That was a very funny Twitter post. Just like, oh, everyone but me two can teleport through stage. That's cool. The 3.5 overlords strike again, huh? This is a really good catch on the double jump here, the tourney winner double jump. Actually, you catch it twice, which is even better. And then also a really good awareness that like you caught his double jump. Going to ledge kills him. That's good. Looking for those.
Yeah.
I'm a huge proponent of looking for the rings. The rings are the future. The future of America lies in the rings.
Yeah, it lies in the rings. I got a lot better at edge guarding this character when I put him in the Falcon box. I edge guard him the same way I edge guard Falcon, which is I wait and react for the fade back and normal get up, and if they do anything else, I back air.
Yep, that's a good box to put him in. It's also the very rinse and repeat box. Like sometimes you got if he's only at 30, you've got to hit him like 8 times. Or convert into some kind of combo to like build 80% before you hit him off stage again. He also doesn't have a very good aerial combo breaker though, which is nice. Like the most he has is his own up B, but that's not really good long term.
Yeah, if you wait for it, it's really easy to go up and hit.
Hold on. I have beef with Big DK. He carried you away from the plats on Banana Land. Is he a true Kong? Is he a false Kong?
Yeah.
Okay, so same situation as before. I like that you were willing to go chase this, but it's the same situation of you're pushing him off the plat, and he's super ready.
Here. Gotta up air drill here, for sure. Or just wait.
I think you either edge cancel or no, you edge cancel this actually too, even better.
Well, I actually might have been because I edge canceled it. I might have been able to hit him.
I'm sure in a perfect world you could probably edge cancel Shine, but like that's a pretty roundabout and intensive way of like solving the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, there it is. No, it's unblockable. Off the plat, this is unblockable. Every character's back air, you can't shield it if it's off the angel plat.
You can't shield it. It doesn't work.
It's what am I? So there's another fighting game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and 2 actually. The character has like a Sentinel, the robot has just like an armored low that isn't very fast, and people just call it the unblockable because nobody ever blocks it. It always just powers through whatever move you're trying to hit with. Ooh, I like the idea of using drill here. Like even in the same set, you're like utilizing the different options. Then, oh, not quite. But yeah, he tries to catch you with dare, and that is good. This was a clean stock. You take like 20%. You get grabbed, and you only take like 20%. Oh, did I drop for a second?
Okay. Yeah, we were out for like 30 seconds.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, but yeah, I was saying this is a clean stock. Like you get grabbed and take 25, and then from there your combo game on this character is solid.
Yeah, I think my punishes were like they weren't as good as they could be, but they were good enough for sure.
Yeah, so like there are definitely different routes I think that So like that nair probably wasn't your preferred starter. But the up tilt here, especially on DI in. Oh,
Nair is an awesome combo starter at low percent if they don't hold down, which is what happened.
Right, if they don't hold down, but like you gotta.
Yeah,
at 7 you should be holding down.
Yeah, this is definitely not a good nair, but the hitting it enabled me to get a really good combo.
Yeah, it's really rewarding in that hit.
In the middle of something? Because then the best he could do is ASTI down, which is still not good. Yeah.
And lag of get up attack, yeah. I love his eyes.
Well, it's a little less risky than I thought it was, but it's still not great. So yeah, that time that's how you beat. I beat the option that we've been talking about this time by just shielding.
Right, and you also you shielded this time too, which is important. And the drill, it's too fast for him to like react to it and go, oh, drill, I should delay X amount, but it makes it much more likely to catch like the shield drop here, and just make it a weird situation. Nice, that's a good conversion. Little 2-piece. And then you kind of bait him into trying something that he shouldn't have been trying. He dares a little too early trying to catch you here. Because this stage is huge vertically. The camera lies.
Yeah.
So this seems really minor. I love that air dodge to the platform. Just reposition. Just get out of the way. You have center. You have all the verticality on the stage. You can just not get grabbed. Like you can just opt out if you want. I kind of get not messing with him here, but you do have the stock lead. You could just suicide dare this.
Yeah, I feel like a drill or down tilt would be good there.
Yeah, because once he misses that ledge, even as late as here, because he can't grab it until the end of his up B. Try to edge cancel that drill to get a hitbox down to put him down.
Yeah, I could do edge cancel drill shine. That would be so good.
Oh, if he grabbed ledge, he should have grabbed. Oh no! Oh, okay, he didn't grab ledge.
That's okay, he fucked up.
Okay, and this is going to be the kill. Giant punch. I might enter the bi-weekly as DK. Just pick a character and have fun.
Yeah. It's
I'll enter as Candy Kong and just be like...
It's certainly fun.
Do a really shitty voice all night. Just, hey, fearless! Just, like the 90s girl, you know? God, the show was so bad.
That vocal fry in there. Make it squeaky, though.
Oh, God, please don't. That sounds so much worse. That dash attack hit? What?
Yeah, this dash attack was genius.
I agree, but like, where did your leg hit him?
He sticks his arms up. I don't know.
It's active all the way down there?
His little head, yeah.
That's wild to me. So yeah, oops. That was a genius dash attack. It's like the latest hitbox too, damn. Okay. Oh, you shoot him. You shoot him too. Okay, very cool, JSP. What if he didn't die to that nair? Like,
he didn't die to that nair, I don't know.
You die. You just...
I probably would have back aired him.
No, because you're shooting the laser.
Oh, yeah, true.
Imagine TAS SDI on this.
He's at 150. He's taking that. Also, who is DIing that nair properly?
I don't think the DI doesn't seem... Well, you could have up smash, that's why, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, there's I could have picked like half my moves and they would have killed.
Wow, what a privileged, fast, spacey character then.
Yeah, yep.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so to bring back the whiteboard, let me just bring that down from the ceiling real quick. I think basically from this set, the takeaways are, first off, huge props for the... here, I'll do this. I'll do improvement. Why did I pick the longest possible word for this?
Could have just kept it at improve.
Yeah, but that sounds like a command. So things you've improved on. And
Improve.
Wait, no, but that sounds. Hold on now. Improvement is also vague now that I think about it. So we have. How about this?
Things to work on.
Props and practice, right?
Okay, yeah, I like that.
That's snappy.
Get the alliteration going.
Yeah. If I've learned anything from marketing and changing my name several times, it is keep it snappy. That is not why I picked my name. I love my name.
Right.
But one of the things I love about my name is that I can shorten it to a one-syllable nickname. There we go.
Shortening things is really just very good.
Yeah. I'm surprised you say that because you picked a name that cannot be shortened. It has no equivalent nickname.
JSP is only one syllable, so that's fine with me.
Yeah, that's true. It's already short. But, it's not short for anything else. It's just the idea... Wait.
Yeah.
The idea...
Perfect non-binary name.
That's true.
It makes no sense.
I like it. But the idea of it being short, like how Rick is short for Richard, and be like, oh, yes, Jispert, how's it going today? Oh, it's so bad. Okay. So
it reminds me some people used to call me Jimothy when my name was James. I always thought that was really funny.
Jimothy? Hello?
Yeah.
God, it's like the 30s. All right. So some things you did well in this set. You did, I'm just going to say drill plat. That situation that had come up 3 or 4 times where he was just queuing up that shield drop up air because that's huge reward. And it's kind of, what else is DK going to do? You adapting to drill and then shield is really, really good in the course of the set. That's a really good, if you had tried something else and got hit by that up air, you might you were on last stock, right? And you know how fragile Fox stocks are.
I do intimately.
Additionally, in the later half of the set especially, how do I phrase this? Your percent and push on your openings was very good. On your big openings was very good, specifically. So the last 2 games especially, when you got an edgeguard sequence, you really even if you dropped it later, you got a few reps in first. Or even if you didn't convert that into a kill, okay, you got into 110 and then you capitalized on a mistake.
Yeah, if I get DK off the stage and I get 3 back airs, that's 42%.
God. I wish my back air did that much percent. It's kind of slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I contest Fox back air with my own back air? It has a hurt box.
Oh.
Poor floaties.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. But yeah, so the percent and push. And then finally, I think that a lot of the, again, kind of the second, third, fourth games. Well, the PS2 games, not the 4th game. But, using plat, you did a much better job of just using plat as a, I cannot get grabbed here zone. And even though you still have to worry about nair, up air, up tilt in some cases, that's still a very useful place to kind of just escape the immediate threat of grab or to pressure him when he's in the corner because he can't dash dance grab you. He has to call out your timing on a shield drop something or a platform drop aerial. Some things that I think I'd like to see you kind of work on, both from the set and in general, get out of the way first, the habits. Right, the big 2. I'm focusing so hard. Habits. Big 2 being refreshing ledge. And then this was better in this set as it was a little better in this set as well. Wait, yeah, I can just pull out if I need to. Pull this to the side. And then it was a little better, but it's the same kind of threat of the
double jumping against dash dance characters.
Yeah, I'll just say DDDJ. So dash dance, double jump. Because especially with the way drill works, your numbers on that are just bad. You're not very likely to get long term. If you're doing it long term, the numbers are bad. There's a time and a place for doing both of these things. Doing one refresh, doing a double jump to bait out a dash dance. But when you're kind of using the same tool for every situation, they're gonna realize that if they just present you with a problem that is not nailing something into wood, your hammer's not gonna work. Additionally, oops, go back to normal. Something if you, I don't think this should be a full lesson, but next time you have some free time, and if you want to do this, of course, let's go through let's literally hit random and go through the matchup. So like matchup prep XP. Because I think that's super important in general and for the character.
Okay, so what exactly do you mean by this?
So like what we did at the beginning, we took a little while and went over, okay, how does DK kill you? How does he grab? Step 1. Step 2, how does DK land grab? Step 3, how do you pressure DK to minimize the chance of getting grabbed? And like it doesn't have to be super extensive. They can really just stop there, but like getting into the habit of practicing doing that can help you form a game plan in that kind of way, because it all a game plan really is, right, is okay, what am I going to do? What are they going to do? And what am I going to do to stop what they're going to do? And as Fox, you know that usually they're going to grab you or hit you into the air.
Yeah.
And the way to do that is to be out of range of that move. And you have a lot of options of doing that. So you have a lot of freedom to, they kind of mix it up that way.
Yeah, it's the beauty of the character is you always have an answer.
Yep. So I think those are the big two that I kind of want to work on. And I know that this isn't like this is not a full lesson in and of itself. But if you want to do this for 10, 15 minutes one day, just let me know. I'd be super down.
Sure. Yeah, I would definitely be down to do that.
Sick. Let's see. Is there anything specifically else you wanted to talk about then? I know we are just short of 90.
We covered pretty much everything that I was thinking about.
Sick. Don't forget about identify. Identify. That's too far, actually. Replacing habits. ID, understand, and then practice. All right, it's the 3-step process. See, and then that becomes it becomes a box. I knew that when I made that underline for sure.
Yeah.
All right, but if you can, a lot of this is kind of just a little bit of like working backwards, right? So like matchup prep, like, okay, I know I die if I get hit off stage or up thrown. So what does that lead from? And then habits, go ahead.
I think if I actually just copied down this chart and filled it out periodically, it would really help me out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I will probably do that on pencil and paper, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's a really good foundation to a matchup, right? Is like they have threats that I have to worry about. What are they? And then you can flip it, right? If you're feeling a little more comfortable with the matchup, what are they worried about that I can do? And what are they going to try to do in that regard? Is there something that lines up to... So, for example, like DK, they're not really worried about getting grabbed too much. So they're not really going to shield a lot. But shield's a good answer against your stuff. There might be situations where a move or a technique lines up where it's high reward for them and hard for you to get around. So, for example, like CC grab or shield grabbing drill, where it becomes like, okay, this is something you kind of want to do, but it's good for them for 2 reasons. So they're definitely going to be aware of it. Okay. I will have this VOD up later, but if you want to copy this down now, just let me know.
Sure. I'll just I remember the 3 columns. It's identify, recognize or understand, and then practice.
Yep.
So I'll in the left-hand column I'll put down the habit as I understand the basic, like just the name of what it is and the actual things that are being done.
Yeah.
I'll write down why or how I'm using it incorrectly. Not necessarily why it's bad, but how it's being used
Yeah. How using it
improperly.
too much is bad,
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah.
Yeah.
What specifically about the way I'm using it is making it not optimal? And then in the right hand corner, I'm gonna put how I will practice it.
Yep. It's like, what's that Bruce Lee quote? It's like, it's water takes the form of whatever container it goes in. Be optimal, my friend. I think that's how it went.
Yeah, sure.
So
That's a good one.
I realized that the quote, I can't just put the word optimal in the rest of the quote either. So I really dug my own grave with that. All right. But if that's everything, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream here. Thank you all for hanging out in chat. And thank you all for coming out and supporting your homie. It's really cool to like.
It was just Wisconsin initially, but like a lot of these pieces, Eon and Ivane and Punk, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like just generally the community coming out. It's fun.
Yeah. We're all learning. We're all laughing at Dash Attack's ridiculous.
I'm glad that I could teach somebody how teach not one but two people how drill works today.
Oh yeah. I definitely have no idea how that move actually works. I was just kind of mashing shield grab and hoping that the fox was messing up.
In PM, frame perfect shield grab will always beat it. So
beautiful. That's something that's probably the only thing I actually can do frame perfectly, unironically. I'm the shield grab master.
Hey, it's a good thing to be good at.
Yeah. It's very funny because it tilts people too, where it's like, why are you shield grabbing? Because you're getting shield grabbed.
Shield grab.
And it feels so bad too. It's like, God damn it.
I'm so bad at the game.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. Thank you all for hanging out. This will be up on my YouTube. Links below. If you want to book me, link on the screen. Metafy.gg/@Violet. And have a good one, y'all.